3 props to show you today, and they all have a common theme. And that common theme is God's faithfulness. These 3 items are contained in the Ark of the Covenant. Let's get started. The first prop is Aaron's rod. And you'll remember the backstory. Aaron's leadership was being challenged by the people, as was Moses' leadership. And so it was decided that each tribe would put a stick inside of the tabernacle. The next morning, Aaron's rod budded, blossomed, bloomed, and had almonds on it, signifying God's choice. In order to make a stick for your students to hold, you can get any stick, any size. It could be as long as a walking stick or as short as this stick here. And then simply glue flowers and these pods, which can be purchased at any craft store. You could use real almonds. I use this stick long term, and I prefer not to have real almonds that can rot and be eaten by mice. But if you are just going to use it as an example, sure, go ahead, put real almonds on it. I like to use E6000 as my glue. Obviously, it's not something you can give children, but if you're making your own Aaron's rod, it's a good glue. I highly recommend it. The second item that I have for you today is God's law written on stone, the 10 Commandments. Now, by all means, if you have your own stone commandments, bring these in for the kids because they love to hold them and imagine what it would have been like to be Moses to carry them down the mountain. But if you don't have stone tablets, then I have a great alternative for you, and that is slate. Slate is great because it comes in all sizes. You can purchase one to meet your needs. These happen to be 5x7 size, but you can get them larger and you can get them smaller. Now, on this slate, I have put scrapbooking stickers, and I use the I's and the V's and the X's, and I've done the math for you. And if you go and purchase scrapbooking stickers, you need 14 I's, 5 V's, and 2 X's. If you want another alternative even to the stickers, would be a Sharpie marker, silver. And the silver Sharpie marker comes out awesome against the black slate, as you can see here. It's very easily seen, and in fact, you could write out the 10 Commandments on the slate for your students. So that's a great alternative to the stickers. The third item that I have for you is manna. Now, manna, you might remember the backstory, is the food that God provided the Israelites on a daily basis as they were wandering in the desert. We know from the Bible that it is thin, wafer-like, and tasted like honey. The word manna is a transliteration of 2 Hebrew words, which literally means, what is it? So if your students ask you, what is it? You could say, you're right. To make a pot of manna for your students to see and to hold, simply get any container that you can find. It doesn't have to be gold, it could be any container, and some styrofoam. Cut it to size so it fits inside of your container. And then take some glue, some E6000 as I mentioned earlier, and some crackers that you have sitting around your house. Saltines, whatever you have. I used Good Thins, the rice ones, but you use whatever you have. Glue them on, and then if you want this to save this long term, you might want to polyurethane or shellac it, which gives it a nice sheen. If you don't want to do that, a simpler one would be potato flakes. Put it in a jar for kids to see and be able to imagine, were the flakes that God provided the Israelites this small? In fact, a great activity would be to get a sheet and sprinkle some potato flakes on the sheet. Maybe even put some crackers too, and give them a basket and have them see how much work it would be to collect the manna on a daily basis. It'd be a great discussion question. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the 3 items in the Ark of the Covenant and how to make them so that your children can hold them and experience them for themselves. This is Becky from Experience the Bible Creatively, reminding you that props are always better than paper.